Welcome back to yet another weekly recap. I'm your host, PEVIN DOLK, and here we will take a look at our previous playoff matchups this week. Let's jump right into it. First matchup we see here is an ugly one, as we see Howitt's 5th seed Turd Sandwich take on Devon's 4th seed 95ers. This was an absolute beatdown. Howitt will put up yet another great showing, with Devontae Adams cooking up with 9 catches, 200 yards, and a whopping 42 points to begin the 12 o'clock slate. It wouldn't be a Howitt beatdown without his dynamic duo, however, of Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, as they would combine for 36 points as well. Even his kicker had a field day, as he would put up 15 points too, totaling 139 points for Turd Sandwich. A lot of points, but it's the playoffs. Surely he had some tough competition against him. Holy shit, where do I even start? 55 points? 55 points? Let's hear what owner Devin has to say about this unfortunate week.
All right, so Devin, man, I mean, just take me through what happened this week. All right.
Cooper Kupp put up an unbelievable performance this week, totaling 4.5 total miles ran on the football field without a single ball caught. That's sick! Not to mention that yes, you could have been started over the 95ers quarterback this week. You would have put up more points. Gus Bus, more like Gus thrust myself out the window after watching you play football. The 95ers actually set a league record today, with lowest points ever scored in a week in the playoffs. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at my teleprompter wrong. It looks like this was actually the lowest scoring week set by a team ever. What a performance, and I hope to never see you again in the playoffs. Final score in this one, 139-55. Howitt will advance, as we will see him taking on the number 1 seed, Jake's Jaquiz, or however you say his name. I don't know. The 95ers are officially eliminated. Next matchup we see here is one for the ages, as we see 6th seed in the Jigbas in Paris taking on Reed's Baker's Dozen. After the recent comments made from co-owner Blake, they were headed into this week with some high heat from around the league. Tensions between the two owners were high, but let's see how their team performed in front of them. The Josh Allen MVP race is in full effect, as he has been unbelievably hot as of late, scoring yet another 41 points with 4 total touchdowns and passing for 362 yards. However, this wouldn't be the only strong outing, as James Conner would turn up for 110 yards rushing and 22 touchdowns for 30 points. And a prime-like showing for Mike Evans, as he turns in 9 catches, 159 yards, and 2 touchdowns as well. What year is it again? A strong performance from the team yet again, as the Jigbas in Paris would total 174 points. Reed, on the other hand, would also turn in strong performances with Jahmyr Gibbs, as he receives 83 yards and 5 catches for a couple touchdowns, as he would score almost 30 points, with Chase Brown following suit, scoring another couple touchdowns as well, as he would end up with 26 points. However, a shaky performance from Kyler Murray would end up sealing his fate, as Adam would total 159 points. Final score, 174-158. The Jigbas in Paris, Blake and Joey will move on, as we will see him taking on the number 2 seed, Trey's Quadzilla. Reed is officially eliminated. Now that that's all said and done, let's take a look at these upcoming matchups for the second round of playoffs. In the second round, we see Joey and Blake's and the Jigbas in Paris taking on Trey's Quadzilla. For Blake and Joey, they remain red hot in the last 3 weeks, as they have yet again put up another 150 point plus showing. They remain to keep focused and unbothered by the media looking forward, as they look to keep high success with Josh Allen. However, one main concern for them is that they have consistently been starting the wrong players at key times. They need to remain consistent with their lineup, as Trey could very well take advantage. Whereas for Trey, he seems to only start the right guys at the right time, a key factor in his success. With the unstoppable force in Saquon Barkley, his team remains to look ahead as the league's highest scorer. However, there is one downside in this as well. When Saquon has been limited to only 18 points or fewer, Trey is 2-4, which came to all of his regular season losses. If Blake and Joey can find a way to limit Saquon, Trey's chances look slim. Next matchup we see here will be Howitt's Turd Sandwich taking on Jake's Jaquiz squad. I still don't know how to say that. Jaquiz? I probably should have followed up. Jake has been one of the league's most consistent scorers, as he was the league's 3rd highest scoring team in the league. With big help from guys such as Jaden Daniels, CeeDee Lamb, and newly acquired Malik Neighbors, he sees to keep up this strong season dominance against Howitt. However, he has unfortunately suffered a huge loss. With David Montgomery out for the foreseeable future, he will now have to play DeAndre Swift in replacement. Still an okay guy, but losing a key piece in your lineup this late in the stretch is a huge loss. Howard, on the other hand, has been one of the hottest, if not the hottest team in the entire league. Now picking up his 6th win in a row, here's what Howard has to say about his recent performance.
Feeling pretty confident. He's got a really good squad. Honestly, I keep taking my same approach, take it week by week, hoping this goes well for me.
The same will be said about last week. As long as his receiving core stays consistent and the duo of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase can stay hot, Howard has the chance to do the unthinkable. I would also like to make note that only one team has ever made it to the championship round as a wildcard team, with Rammer in 2023 making it in. Unfortunately, he did end up losing that battle against League Commissioner Zach. Maybe things can change this year, as we could be looking at history right in front of our very eyes. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next week. I know coffee isn't necessarily water, and it's probably doing the opposite effect, but god damn it, this shit is good, and I will never stop drinking it. Shout out 7 Brew Coffee. Please sponsor me. You don't have to pay me, or yes you do. Just give me free coffee. This is the shit that motivates me. Thank you very much, 7 Brew. And don't worry, I tip your people. I am a server myself.